I'm reviewing Phantom 2040 for the Super Nintendo. Now I don't know where to start this game because I think it's a mixed game. I think it's average. I mean, it's not bad and it's not good. I give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, it's based on the animated series of the same name. There's 7 chapters. The difficulty of the game is tough, but there's plenty of lives everywhere. And the bosses don't seem hard. Like when you've got the right. Like my favourite weapon is the spreading shot. I mean, you get that about a quarter of the way through the game. I mean, once you get that, the game's very simple. I mean, you hardly die in bosses. I mean, that's the best item in the game. So yeah, the game is 7 chapters. The game starts off hard because it's one of them games like you don't know where to go. Like I've beat this game 3 times up to now, 3 times. I've always got the good ending. I want to try and forget the bad ending because I want to see what it's like. There's apparently 20 endings in this game, 20 different endings. Like I probably never get them all because I played this game 3 times, like I've just said, but I've never played it. Once I beat it like 5 times, I may play it 2 more times. I mean, I'd probably never play it again, so I'm never going to get every ending in this game. It's one of these games. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. Like, it's one of them games you want to play a couple of times, but not too many. I mean, I don't know anyone who'd want to play this 20 times to get every ending. So yeah, the difficulty of the game, like I've just said, it's tough. I'd say it's tough. But once you get that spread shot, it goes from tough to like just right and simple difficulty kind of. Like the bosses are not hard once you've got the spreader. I mean, yeah, but just thinking what else there is to say. The spread shot's the best item in the game. Obviously, there's a health item and there's an energy item to get. See how much long you can shoot for. You need to fill it up. You get 31 of each items. 31 you can get for each item is plenty. Because, like I just said, you can get health. You can get 31 for you. You can't get past 31, and the same for the energy tank. 31. So yeah, there's 7 levels. There's chapters. But that's the hardest part of the game now at the start because, like I just said, you don't know where to go. I mean, certain places a lot. I had to personally look at a guide when I first beat this game a few months ago. I had to look at a guide, like where to go, because I had no idea where to go. I mean, I was just wandering around trying to find out where to go. I had to find a guide, but once you find the guide and you know where all the extra lives are hidden and all the extra items, it makes the game from difficult to just right. But the difficulty of the game, I'd say, is tough because you can still die even when you get the spread shot because there's plenty of difficult jumps you've got to do. And the final boss, I will admit, is hard. When you before you before you beat the game, you fight some red skeleton, and you've got to do different sort of things. Like I had no idea what to do at first. You've got to shoot, and then you've got to jump on its head till it blows up, and then that Rebecca gets arrested. I mean, she's a villain of the game, like because she thinks Phantom murdered her husband, and she gets arrested. So does her son, and that's the end of the game. The ending's not great. Well, at least in the good ending, I don't know what. That's the good ending. I don't know anything about the bad ending. Like I need to try and get the bad ending to see what the difference is. But I'm told it's the same game. I mean, every time you play, it's the same thing. It's not really any difference except different cutscenes. So yeah, would I recommend this game? Play it a few times, but I definitely won't play it 20 times to get all 20 endings. It's not worth it. I mean, it's not Batman Returns Super Nintendo. That is an absolute fantastic game. I'm going to review that game one day. It's Phantom 2040. I mean, Batman Returns Super Nintendo and Adventures of Batman and Robin, games like that, they're fantastic games that are replay value. This is maybe replay value for a few times, but It's not a great game, this game. I give this game a 5 out of 10. And it also has a Sega Genesis version slash Mega Drive. I've never played that version, but I've been told by friends it's the same exact game, so there's not really any difference, I believe. So I'll have to see when I get that version in the future, see what it's like, but if there's any differences that I can think of. If so, I may make a review of the Genesis version, but this version of Super Nintendo, it's not great. If you want to play it, but just play it a few times. I'd give this game 5 out of 10. Cheers.